Today, we've got another amazing Wednesday drop for you. Today only, when you order $50 worth of product on Lashify.com, you're gonna get a free travel vial. So this is perfect for summer. You are going to get also a little pipette or a little dropper tool so that you can easily take your melt away or your pre-cleanse to go, right? Put it in your carry-on, put it in your purse. You're gonna get this free with your $50 purchase today. This is our Wednesday drop. Really cute. It is Lashify branded on the very top. It's so cute. You just twist that right off and you have a little applicator tool in there as well. So this is your free gift with purchase today. Say hi as you guys are jumping in. Lashify Danny is gonna be in the comments everywhere. We're here on the website. We are also simulcasting to YouTube and Facebook. So if you're over there, say hello. Danny's got you in the comments as well. Again, if you're here on the website, I can see your comments. Say hi. Danny's in here as well. We're gonna do an application tutorial. So if you have questions, let us know. Say hi. Tell us where you're from. Tell us where you are in your Lashify journey. If you are brand new, shout it out because I want to know where our newbies are at so I can help you out with all of your Lashify questions, all right? All right, you guys, so first thing you're gonna check out, if you are new, is the Lashify Control Kit. It comes with everything you need to start using the Lashify system, all right? You can click down below if you're on the website. I've pinned it here for you. It'll take you to the web page that has the Control Kit on it, so you can go check it out and still hang out with us here on the live, okay? So you have a few choices to make when you get your Control Kit. First, whether you want a black or white case. If you get the black Control Kit, our patented fuse control wand will come in this bronze color, okay? If you get the white Control Kit, your fuse control wand will come in this hologram color. Hi Debbie. Joan says, what is the travel vial? So the travel vial, this is your free gift with purchase today. We always have a great Wednesday drop for you. On your orders of $50 or more, you're gonna get a free travel vial with a little pipette, so you can easily take either your melt away, your remover, or your pre-cleanse, your lash prep to go. So we know you guys are gonna be traveling hopefully this summer or going to the pool or taking weekend trips or day trips. So this is gonna be a great useful tool for you for on the go. What is the best? Frederica, are you already using the system? And what is your current bonding method? Because it might not necessarily be the bond, right? It might be about your bonding method, like how many layers are you applying, and maybe a little bit of your placement, okay? So let us know what's happening in the comments and we'll help you troubleshoot. I'm gonna give you an easy sort of tutorial today that you can use as a baseline, and from there, how Lashify works is, you learn the basics of how the products work. It's all sort of brand new. We have over 285 patents worldwide, so it's very new, right? You learn how all the products work. We give you a basic baseline of how to use them, and then you can adjust based on your needs, your personal eye chemistry. All right, let us know what's happening in the comments, Frederica, and we'll definitely help you out. So back to the Control Kit. So first, right, you're gonna get to choose the color of your case. Depending on the color of the case, you get a different colored wand. You're also gonna get to choose the curve on your fuse control wand. This is the classic curve. It's designed to fit most eye shapes. If you're not sure what your eye shape is, stick with the classic curve. We also have a petite eye fuse control wand. It has a slightly more open curve. So this is better for a monolid or a smaller eye or a flatter eye profile, okay? So if you think you're one of those, you might be better off with the petite eye fuse control wand with that open curve. If you're not sure, go with the classic, okay? Every control kit, everything else almost will come the same. So you're gonna get Whisper Light, our bonds. This is our adhesive in clear and black. That's a dual-sided tube. I'm gonna show you how to use those. You're gonna get a water-resistant sealer called Glass, and you're gonna get 3 sets of Gossamer lashes. Each of these cartridges holds 12 Gossamer lashes. Once we start playing with them, you'll see there are these little sections that you can customize. You're gonna get a 10mm set. a 12mm set, and a 14mm set, okay? So one cartridge has all the same style, all the same length. And you're gonna get 3 sizes to play with, so you can lash map. You can create a look that really accentuates or makes your eye shape pop, right? So you're also gonna get to choose which style you start with. We give you the choices of either Amplify, Bold, or Curl. These are our core lashes, some of the most natural styles that we make, and they are the easiest ones to use while you're learning how to use Lashify. So I'm wearing Amplify today. At least these 3 are Amplify. Amplify has thin fibers and not a lot of fibers, so it's super natural and it sits very relaxed. So a super, super natural lash look. Okay, my nose itches, I've got allergies. If you want something that looks like mascara, go with Bold. B is for Bold. It has slightly thicker fibers than the Amplify and a little bit more curl. And if you want something still natural but with more curl, go with the Curl style. It's gonna look like a lash lift. Similar to these Amplify, thin fibers and not a lot, but with a little tighter curl. Okay, so you have some choices. Just pick one. It really doesn't matter. You're going to love them and you're gonna wanna try all of the styles we have, and you're gonna try different lengths. So try one, see how it goes, and then you'll want more. Let's see. Frederica, let's see. I use dual-sided Whisper Light, and how are you applying it? Are you using 1 layer? Are you using 2 layers? Are you combining the clear and the black? And how long are you currently getting? We can definitely help you. Any help for outside natural lashes that are curlier than on the other side? Marie. So you have curlier lashes on one eye than the other side? That's okay. Not to worry. I would say if you have a lash curler or if you have the Lashicurl, you can use the Lashicurl on the lowest setting to either curl your natural lashes or uncurl them. So maybe that would help to kind of, get them to sit a little bit more even. Okay, perfect. So where were we? Your control kit also has a slightly magnified mirror so that you can apply Lashify anywhere very easily. And then you get a bunch of extras in here. So this is our magnetic storage box. Everything comes inside here with your control kit. So you're gonna get a sample of Melt Away, which is our remover, one of our removers. You're gonna get a sample of Pre-Cleanse, which is our lash prep. You're gonna get a set of Wandums, and those are silicone tips that go over the fuse control wand. Those help reduce stickiness. I use 2 layers. I use the white stuff as well once. So do you use, okay, Frederica, we're gonna go through a basic application, and as we go, maybe you'll get some tips. I'll give you some tips as we're doing the application as well. So maybe you just need to add maybe, like 1 or 2 more light layers of bond, that's all. Okay, so we'll go through some fun tips for your application. These Wandums help reduce stickiness because we're using a flexible bond that never hardens, okay? And it kind of gives you like a little bit of a cushier fuse. It might be a little bit more comfortable, so you're gonna play with that. You get a QR code to scan that takes you to our tutorials page here on Lashify.com. We have an amazing, amazing resource center for tutorials for everything from basic tutorials to more advanced techniques. You're gonna get a lid space finder tool that will help you choose some other lengths to try out for when you are ready for more lashes. And Sahara has included this beautiful welcome letter from her. She is the inventor, founder, and CEO of Lashify. So check that out. She's got some great messages for you. And then your control kit will sit inside here. You lift that up. Don't throw this away because now you have a place for your Gossamer lash storage. All right, you're gonna want, like I said, more styles, more lengths to play with. So you're gonna get a place to put your lash stash. This is a one-time purchase of $125. You get everything you need to start using Lashify. And then if you love the system, all you have to do is get refills on your lashes, right? Bonds and sealers later on down the line, maybe 3 to 6 months later, just like you would replace your mascara, right? That's a bad word around here. Mascara is dead. All right, you guys, so if you have questions, let us know. Hopefully, we will give you some good tips and tricks. We're gonna do an application. I'm wearing Amplify and Plushy. So we mixed a little bit. We have core styles, very natural styles, and we have volume styles. So you can mix and match and create whatever lash look you want, and they come in different lengths and they come in different colors. This is the best part of Lashify. You can customize everything. You have all the control, okay? So let's go from start to finish. This is Amplify in 10 millimeter, 12 millimeter, 14 millimeter, and then Plushy is a volume style, so it has more fibers. Same thin fibers as the Amplify, but there's just a lot more, but you can see how much more volume is here on these. This is an Plushy Tame in 14 millimeter, and same thing, Plushy Tame 14 millimeter. So we did natural, 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 and added just a hint of volume for this outer corner. And what's nice about Plushy Tame is that it shares the same curl, a very slight curl as Amplify. So these two, Amplify and Plushy Tame, are great to mix with each other to create a little bit of a gradient because you have natural and built-in volume. Fun, right? Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna show you how we did this. We're always gonna start, that's a little smudgy, we're always gonna start with pre-cleanse. Pre-cleanse is your lash prep. It is a Japanese cleansing water. It's going to make sure that you have super squeaky clean lashes before you start your application. I have makeup on today, so I'm putting it on a spoolie. I just tapped out some of that excess so it doesn't get in my eye. And I'm gonna run that through my lashes to remove any makeup that might have gotten on my lashes. I put a bunch of skincare on earlier, any oil that might be sitting from my skin. So coming in and just running that through to remove everything, because we want clean lashes that are oil-free, dirt-free, mascara and micellar water-free, because all of that might interfere with your bond, okay? We're gonna be using a very different bond than anything else that's out there. It's not gonna harden like lash extension glue. It's gonna stay soft and pliable. It will dry down eventually, but it's gonna give you a nice long working time, so it's pliable, okay? Hi Bev, how are you? If you were working with a clean face, you could put pre-cleanse on a cotton round and just clean up the entire eye area, let it dry, and then you can start your application, all right? So we also have this handy dandy blow tool. This is a nice extra tool if you're looking for extras. Look at this, look at how my lashes dance. I'm giving it nice directed air so you can start moving a little bit faster through your applications. This is good, especially, you know, once you've gotten more familiar with the application process and you don't mind going a little bit faster. This is gonna help you move through your application. I love it. Okay, clean dry lashes is how we start. Now, you get Whisper Light in black on one side of this tube with the micro mascara applicator, and then you get clear Whisper Light, comes out white, dries down clear with a pointy precision tip on the other side. These are both the same, they're both Whisper Light Bond, the only difference is the color. So this has pigment in it, okay? So you might find that it has a slightly different texture, but the formulas are the same. They're designed to adhere your Gossamer lashes to your natural lashes. And these are very different, right? Hi, Cindy. So this is different. How you're gonna work with Whisper Light Bond is the same way that you work with layers of nail polish. Think about that. With nail polish, you wouldn't come in and just, you know, glob on a bunch of bond or nail polish and then call it a day. It's not gonna work out for you, right? So with nail polish, you do a thin layer and you're gonna let that dry, or like at least get to a good dry point before you add more. So same thing with these bonds. They were designed to be layered so that you can create a nice cushion of bond, but you're gonna wait about 30 to 60 seconds in between each light layer and then slowly build it up, okay? So it doesn't get too goopy and it's nice, it's a nice workable texture. So let's see what that looks like. So I'm gonna show you, you can use either side and you can combine them. You're gonna play with different methods and you're gonna find what works best for you. But I'm gonna show you with the black, not a whole lot comes out, and that is on purpose. We don't want you to over bond, but you do wanna see some product on your lashes, okay? In this first step, we always recommend that you coat the entire natural lash. For me, my natural lashes are about a medium length, so if I go all the way to the tips and they start clumping, that's not so good for me. So if that happens to you, I recommend just going about halfway up your lashes. But if you have, you know, thinner lashes, more sparse lashes, or shorter lashes, going up through the length of the lash could work for you. Try it both ways and you're gonna see what you like, okay? So check this out. It's like lighter than a light coat of mascara. You wanna see some product on your lashes, you wanna feel it, but you don't want the lashes to clump. So you can always keep a clean spoolie handy and just kind of brush out any excess, all right? And then from here, wait. Always recommend that you take your time, you don't have to rush. You're gonna wait about 30 to 60 seconds for this to get tacky. Because if you start putting your lashes on when it's wet, it's gonna slide around, that product's gonna get everywhere, your lashes are gonna get tangled, and it's not gonna be fun, okay? And you're not gonna get that nice Velcro catch that maybe you've seen on some of our other videos, and you'll see here today. So while this is getting tacky, let's prep our lashes. I have a 10. Remember that you get 3 lengths to play with in your control kit. You're gonna get a 10, a 12, and a 14mm cartridge, and you're gonna get 36 lashes to play with, all right? How many lashes do you put across your eye? Depends on how long your eyes are. So for me, if I'm placing lashes directly one next to the other, no overlapping, then I'll take 5. That's the length of my eye. If you have a smaller eye, you might take 4 or less. If you have a larger eye, you might do like 6 or 7 or maybe even 8, okay? So just start putting them on and you'll see. Let's see, there was a question here. Okay, yes, we got that question. Okay, so I did A10, A12, A14, and then 2 Plushy Tame in 14. We kind of ended up with like a soft wing here. And for my eye shape, this works, okay? So look at how much more volume is in a Plushy Tame versus the Amplify, okay? So same thin fibers, but we've got a bunch more fibers, but look how well they blend together. All of the Lashify Gossamer lashes were designed to be mixed and matched, so you're gonna have so much fun. And notice how we're removing with our fingers, okay? This is the first lash to be designed to be worn underneath your natural lashes. So Sahara invented this brand new lash. We have over 285 patents on this system. Look at how thin this is, and this is a volume style. There's a lot of fibers in this one Gossamer lash, but look how flat that is, and that's designed for comfort and for longevity, so that we don't damage our natural lashes while we're wearing Lashify, right? It needs to be lightweight. These are made of Korean PBT silk. It's a synthetic silk, and they're so, so light, right? So, so cool. All right, let's check for tackiness. Here's my tacky test. I come in and I kind of tap, and I'm looking to make sure that I feel like a little bit of a grippy. If you don't feel any grip, that's okay. That just means it's dried down, which is good. You don't want it to be transferring. If it's transferring, then it's still too wet. You just have to wait, right? So we're good, we're in good shape. If it was transferring, I would just sit tight and wait a little bit longer, but we're good to start adding more bond or start applying our lashes. So I'm gonna switch over to the clear side of the Whisper Light. And again, you can do whatever you like. If you just like a clear bond, stick with the clear. If you don't mind the black, or if you prefer the black, stick with the black. But I'm gonna show you both today. Now, I'm gonna come in. I usually look down into a mirror, but I'm gonna show you this in the camera so you can see what's happening. I'm just tapping this in. I'm building a cushion of this bond to work with so that my natural lashes give the Gossamer lashes something to stick to, right? So, and I don't need too much, just along the base is where I want it. At this point, I don't need to keep coating the full natural lashes. Again, we don't want to use too much. That's like a little bit globby, so I'm just gonna come in and pick that up. You could use a little spoolie to pick that up. And the clear side comes out white and then dries down clear. So we're gonna watch that go clear before we do anything. That's the nice thing about the clear side. You can watch it, because if it's white, it's still too wet. If you try and put your lashes on, you'll see that that product's gonna slide and it's not gonna give such a great and satisfying catch, all right? So while we're waiting for that to get tacky, let's talk about the Fuse Control Wand. You can use the Fuse Control Wand with or without the Wandums. Try it both ways. This will give you more surface area, a little bit of a cushier hold, a cushier fuse while you're working, while you're fusing. Try it, see if you like it. You'll get more precision without the fuse, without the wandums, but you might get a little bit more stickiness. So just go a little bit slower. You might remove them and put them back on for different parts of your application, and that's totally fine. Why doesn't that end have a mascara applicator? Tammy, we wanted to give you some options so that, because how Sahara invented it, she gave you 2 options, and how we kind of like to teach it is with this side is what we usually start with, and this is easier for, you know, kind of applying like mascara. And then if you move to the clear side, all you need is this precision application towards the base of your lashes. You don't need that, you know, sort of mascara action for your second step, but it gives you some options. Feel free to do whatever you like, and if you like to use this through the length of your lashes, it's still very easy to do. It's just a different feel so that you don't get stuck in a rut thinking that, you know, you have to apply it in one certain way. I hope that helps. Okay, check this out. She's clear. Look how clear that is. And let's check for tackiness for good measure. Look. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's tacky. She good. So we're ready to start applying. You're going to start playing. I would recommend trying to hold your wand in different ways. This is a very new tool. This is a patented hand-tooled instrument that did not exist before Lashify. So it's different, right? It's got some interesting curves, but it was designed to work with everyone's eye shape, everyone's contours of their face, which are all different, right? Tammy, we always recommend with the control kit, go ahead and click it right down there, and it's gonna give you everything you need to get started, all right? But we have a bunch of extra things that sort of enhance your experience, but the control kit is the best way to stick to the basics, because most people, all you need is a control kit, and then, like, you know, you'll start trying different lashes later. But this is the best way to get started and learn the system. Okay. So I'm gonna start with my first lash. You can start wherever you like. I usually start on the inner corner. The inner corners are maybe the most tricky. So if you wanna start on the center, that's maybe the easiest. If you wanna start on the outer corner, totally fine too, okay? Try it all the ways. You're gonna find your perfect recipe for an application. Okay, coming in, I'm holding the lash. I'm holding the fuse control wand, giving it pressure in that center bump, and that's the sweet spot, okay? That's how you're gonna get it to close fully and make sure that you're using it properly. And I'm gonna hold the very tip of the Gossamer lash so that it's curved towards me. It kind of matches the curve of my lashes, right? And I'm gonna aim the spine towards the base of my lashes. Again, I'm starting on the inner corner. Start wherever you like. I'm gonna do this scooping motion. I'm aiming for 1 to 2 millimeters. That wasn't quite right, that's okay. Look at this. Even if you feel like you messed up or if it wasn't in the right spot, this bond is going to just work for you. It's gonna be so forgiving. It stays flexible. You can keep moving it around until you've got it in the right spot. Check that out. And see how it just stuck on? I actually had to fight it to, like, take it off a little bit. That means we bonded well. So going back to Frederica, if this double bonding method doesn't seem like it's enough for you, go ahead and start building up your bond. Add another light layer in the same way. Maybe add 2 light layers. So again, use a light hand, and then let it sit, let it get tacky for about 30 to 60 seconds. And then once you're happy with your bonding, start putting them on. You should be getting this nice Velcro catch. And you also wanna make sure that you're not placing too closely to the wet line. It's so hard for you to see, but you want a gap. At the roots of your lashes, you wanna see the roots, okay? We're never gonna go directly on skin or right on the wet line where your lashes are growing out of your eye. You actually want the tip of your fuse control wand to fit between the top of your wet line and where that Gossamer spine lands, okay? It's maybe one of the things to get used to with this system, the placement, because it's different. If you were wearing strip lashes before, you know you're putting that straight on your skin, flush with that lash line. So this is different, and this is for comfort, because if they're too close to your wet line, it's gonna be pokey, it's gonna be uncomfortable, and you're gonna get lifting, right? The moisture from your eyes can also start coming up and breaking up that bond prematurely. They're not gonna last, right? And again, the name of the game is lash health. We wanna keep our natural lashes healthy, so that little gap at the roots of the lashes ensures that with all this eye movement, whatever you're doing day to day, your natural lashes can move and grow and breathe normally. And that flexible bond gives you that extra flex so that you don't have to worry, right? You don't have to worry about, what do you call it? Tension at the roots of your lashes. That's going to remove them from the root. Power, yes. We usually switch up the drop, or our offerings week to week. So I think that was 2 weeks ago. This week it is the vial, the travel vial. Okay, so that's a 12 millimeter in the A. I can't see anything. The free travel vial, let me show you what that is. So you can fuse as you go if you like. You can wait until the very end if you like. Let's get these lashes on and I'll show you the travel vial. All right, look at this. Look how easy it is. Look down into your mirror so that you can see your wet line and you can see your placement. Look at that. We're getting that nice Velcro-like catch. That is awesome. I kind of like to sit back and see how it's sitting. Do I like it? If I don't like it, am I stuck with it? No. You can come in and just gently grab it. This bond is going to stay flexible the whole time you're wearing it, even if you're wearing for multiple days. But while you're in this application step, it's gonna stay nice and tacky for quite a long while. Look, I didn't even have to add more bond when I reapplied that, right? And as long as you're getting that nice Velcro catch, you don't have to. If you're moving a little bit slower and you start losing that working time, add a tiny bit more bond, wait for it to get tacky, and then try again. So it's so easy, so forgiving. There's really no such thing as messing up. A lot of people, kind of they get excited because they're like, oh my God, what is this? This looks amazing. And then they see the application process and they start to get intimidated because they're like, oh, it looks complicated. There's a lot of steps. It's not really complicated. It's just different, okay? So just get in there and you'll see once you do it, it's really meant to be intuitive. It will make sense once you start getting them on. Oh my gosh. And then so out here, we applied a Plushy in 14 millimeter and another Plushy in 14 millimeter. I'm gonna start fusing. Let's start fusing. Oh, let's zoom out because my face looks huge here. Okay, there we go. We got it. Let's see. Okay, we'll do the travel vial. Okay, I think Danny can get your question there. Okay, so check this out. Does she look good? I think she looks good. You might find that you have two different eyes. I have two very different eyes. This is a shorter eye in length. This is a longer eye in length, and then sometimes my eyes hold them a bit differently. So we'll see. We'll see what we have to do. You can fuse with or without the Wandums on. Try it. See what you like, right? You can also do a full fuse or a reverse fuse. I'm going to show you both. And again, with or without the Wandums. I like to reverse fuse. I hold the wand upside down, applying that pressure in the center so that I can get a full horizontal clamp force closure, okay? You want that to close. If you're too close to the top, when you start fusing, you're gonna get in your own way. This is too close to my face, I can't maneuver. If I try and put pressure here, I can't close that as well, right? So this is the sweet spot. So reverse fuse gives you access to the tips of the fuse control wands so that you can use them to get all the way down at the base where you want them to be secure, and you can go section by section. If you're doing this without the Wandums on, just go a little bit slower because that bond is still active, right? It's still like in its working phase. Look at that. So easy, and that's comfortable because I left a gap. I also left out a few of my natural hairs on this inner corner. There's some baby hairs here that I didn't apply onto. Same thing on the outer corner because those are usually weaker, a little bit more sparse. You'll get a better, more stable application if you bring in your placement by just a tiny bit. Okay, so that's one way to fuse. You can also come in this way if you want to get that inner corner in a different angle, if that works for you. Now, you can also full fuse. So a full fuse, with or without the Wondums, should fit most of the curve of your eye. If you don't get most of it, that's totally fine. Everyone's eye is different, but here, we're gonna follow the curve of our eye, and we're going to have a top arm on top of the lashes and the bottom arm underneath, so it's like a sandwich. And then you're gonna lower that so that you can get all the way down on the spines, and then give it that same pressure in that center bump. And this is a full fuse, full horizontal, even clamp force. You can do a Lashify lift here if you want them more lifted. You can keep it horizontal if you like them a little bit more flat. Check that out. Hold that for about 10 or 15 seconds and then slowly release. Blink it away if you get a little stickiness, right? And then let's fuse this side because she's holding them a little bit differently, right? So come in with the Lashify lift. Check that out. Oh, so pretty. And we're gonna do a little bit of like micro fusing here to get them to sit a little bit more evenly. All right, let's just fix these and then I will get to your questions. Coming in, so see how I can use this reverse fuse to kind of get into each lash to make them sit a little bit differently. And then maybe I might pinch these together so that they're blending a little bit together. So you're gonna do a little bit of this as well. You're gonna find exactly what you need to do for your eye shape. Pretty. Take a quick tour. Look at this. It's coming out of my eye. There's no icky band that I have to hide because there's nothing sitting on top of my lash line. Everything's coming from underneath. It looks like it's coming out of my eye. This is my favorite part about Lashify. So pretty, so pretty. Oh my goodness. Look at that, right? Easy. And if I wasn't talking, this probably would have taken, 10 minutes or less. And if I was rushing, I'd probably get them on in like under 2 minutes. Okay, so let's go back to your questions, you guys. Let's go back to, the travel vial. The travel vial is this cute little vial. It has a little Lashify logo on it. So this is gonna be something that you can use. It comes with a little pipette. So you can take your melt away to go, right? Take your pipette, get in there, take it, and then fill your travel vial. You can stick that in your bag, in your carry-on, whatever, or your pre-cleanse. So we know you guys are gonna be on the go this summer, so there we go. Okay, next question, let's see. What's the difference between Whisper Light and the bondage with charcoal flex? So Whisper Light is our standard bonds, and for the most part, this is all you need, right? You can combine them, you can layer them to get a little bit more strength, a little bit more hold. For some people, say you have extra watery eyes, or you're gonna go swimming, or you live in an extra humid climate, for some people, adding bondage with charcoal flex, which is a stronger bond, it is recommended for more advanced users. That can help. You can either combine that with Whisper Light to get a stronger hold. You can use it on its own also for a stronger hold. Sahara will say on her lives that it's still flexible, bondage with charcoal flex, but it's just not as gentle. It's a strong bond, right? So you're gonna play with it. You're gonna see how it works for you. Everyone's eye chemistry is a little bit different. It contains charcoal flex, activated charcoal in it to help draw out excess moisture, and that's how it works. So if you have already tried out the control kit and you've tried a bunch of different bonding methods, because honestly, some of our bonding methods with just Whisper Light, in my opinion, hold as good as bondage. So you're gonna try it. For me personally, I'm a Whisper Light girl, and if I do something like, come join us in the Lashify Life Facebook group, that's where we're talking about customer hacks, more advanced methods, little tips and tricks that you might wanna try for your personal application, your personal eye chemistry, or where you live in the world. So what was I gonna say about that? I might try something like the lockdown method, that's only Whisper Light, but you're building up layers of bond, or the stoner method, or now the frosting method, and I think those, for the most part, will hold for pretty much everything. A lot of people like them even for, you know, water activities. But for me personally, I would add bondage into the mix if I'm going swimming or if I'm going to somewhere very humid. I'm gonna be going to the Midwest this summer, so I'm gonna bring my bondage with me and combine. So play with it, right? Let's see, good question. Which lash has the thickest band or base or spine? Let's see. I always twist and break when removing, even using remover. So I would say go to our volume styles. They'll have, depending, so how the construction of the lash, the Gossamer lashes work, it depends on the fibers, right? If you have thin fibers and not a lot of fibers, you're gonna have less of a spine to hold it together, right? Sahara was like, I want as flat and as thin a spine as possible. So it the construction of the lash determines the base, the spine. So if you go to a volume style with thicker fibers and more fibers, you're gonna need just a little bit more at the base to hold it together, right? So E's and EE's, EI, all of that, that's gonna give you more of a spine. They're still gonna be super flat. But if you're having trouble with removing, here's what I would recommend. I would take your finger, honestly. I would just put whatever you're using, melt away or not pre-cleanse, melt away or release, and just use a Q-tip. If you're using release, where's my release? I don't have it here. Release has its own applicator. I would just, if you have melt away, just press it in and work it in slowly, and you're just gonna wait until those lashes slide off, and that's the best way if you're gonna try and reuse to try and keep them intact. I hope that helps. Okay, good. Let's see. How to put the lash tutorial from the beginning. So Rachel, we're live right now. We're gonna save this, so when we're done, it'll be available to watch from the beginning. And we have more tutorials. If you go down the carousel on this page, we've got more tutorials as well. Jennifer, we used A10, A12, A14, and then 2 Plushy Tame in 14. So pretty. Let's see, can I find all of these methods on Lashify.com? Yes, you can. So go to the dictionary. We have a dictionary where you can kind of look through and check out some of our bonding methods are listed. Most of our bonding methods are listed there. And then there's little videos attached. If you go to, Danny, can you pin the tutorials page, the link down below in the comments, and then Frederica can go find those videos as well. If you look up our YouTube channel, if you want something that's a little bit more longer form that you can go in depth with, our YouTube channel, the Lashify YouTube channel, has all of our long form videos on there as well. KC, for the plus lashes, I always seem to break the first lash when taking them out of the cartridge. Okay, so KC, with the plus lashes, it can happen. They're very delicate, right? They're our most delicate lash, and that's okay. I wouldn't be so sad if the first one, you kind of like it might come apart. Use those to fill out any gaps, right? They're so nice to just like even out your lash maps. But what I would do is try and remove gently. With your fingers, grab all the fibers, right? As far down to the base as you can, and then gently wiggle and pull, right? So that's the first thing you try. I have seen some people, if you have the Wandums on and grab all the fibers, that could help. But this is, this is a customer hack. This is something that you would try and see if, that really works for you. That might help you get them out. But the other thing that you can do is gently take your fuse control wand, and this shouldn't be too hard, even if you have a lash in there, to just get in there and lift, slowly lift and loosen that cartridge. I don't know if you could see how it just like that opened up. Yeah, right? And that should help. Try that. See if that works for you. Thank you, Danny. Okay, so Frederica, Danny pinned or added that link down below. You're gonna get a lot of links to different kinds of tutorials. We're gonna have shorter videos too for, little tips and tricks like how to fix a lifted lash, or you know, how to shower with your lashes on, things like that in there. And our bonding methods are everywhere. And honestly, the Lashify Life Facebook group, it's the place to be. We have over 120,000 members in there, and we also have this nice guides section where we've laid everything out, conversations that have happened in the group based on, you know, bonding methods, customer hacks for their swimming activities in the summer, people who use Lashify with their lash extensions, how they use them as fill. So we've got categories for you to kind of check out and digest at your own pace. So it's really nice, super helpful. The entire Lashify team is in there, including Sahara. Sahara, who is the founder, inventor of Lashify, she's chatting with the clients all the time. She's chatting with the community all the time. It's really fun. And then the community is also super helpful. Everyone in there is using Lashify every day, so they have their own tips and tricks to share. They have their own fun lash maps that they want to share with you. So get in there, make sure you get in there. You're going to request to join. There's 2 questions to answer. Make sure you answer those. It's just group rules, you know. And then we'll let you in, and we'll start on the fun. So good, right? Okay, you guys, so this is Lashify. We did Amplify in 10, 12, 14 millimeter, and then we added 2 Plushy Tame in 14 millimeter on the outer corner just to build a little bit of volume. Still super natural, super pretty. Oh my gosh, glass. Glass is your water resistant sealer. I almost forgot. This comes in your control kit. Sort of optional. Try an application with it, try an application without it, see what it does for your personal eye chemistry. Wait at least 20 to 30 minutes for your bonds to dry down, your layers of bond to dry down before you seal, just like nail polish. And then when you're ready, just come in, give it a quick swipe, maybe 2. And if you have extra watery eyes, you might add just a tiny, tiny bit for those inner and outer corners. Some people like coverage on top and on bottom, so you might add a tiny swipe to the inside of your wand with the wandums on. Give your lashes a full fuse, and you're done. Now you have top and bottom water resistant seal. Check that out. Let it dry, don't touch it. The less you do with your lashes once you're done with your application, the better. Frederica, Lashify Life, just search. When you open up your Facebook app, type in Lashify Life in the search bar, and our group page should come up. And then you'll hit request to join and then answer 2 questions. All right, and then an admin will let you in. I'm so excited for you to join, Frederica. Ask all the questions you have. Definitely use the search bar once you're in the group, because I guarantee you every question that you've had has probably been answered many times over, but we're so happy. We're so happy to help you out. You're so welcome. I'm excited. Yeah, start with the control kit. Let us know, like, you know, if you're looking for a natural look or if you're looking for something more bold, we can give you some recommendations, but the control kit really is the way to get started. And try not to get too overwhelmed. There's a lot of information in there. Stick with the basics, all right? And if you need help just kind of focusing, let us know. Just say help. I just, you know, here's where I am in my journey, and we'll get you there. Don't worry. Amazing, you guys. All right, travel vial. Get your travel vial today if you're looking for a reason to press go on your cart, because I know how you guys are. You filled up your cart and you're just like, when's the most opportune time to hit go? Now's the time. Get your travel vial. These are so handy. Put in your purse, take your stuff to go. I love it. You're gonna be summer ready. All right, you guys, thank you for joining today. We're gonna save this. It'll be available to replay later on. If you have questions, come hang out with us in Lashify Life, and we'll see you there.